What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Lumsden Motorsports Garage. I'm Wade Lumsden, and we're continuing on our adventure with the IMCA Modified, getting ready for the Halloween race. So let's get to work. Okay, first things first, I wanted to share this. If we take a look here, check this out, That's right, that there is air inside that compressor that let the smoke out. Did some wonderful home engineering and got it to where it's working. So how long it's gonna work for, I don't know, but it's working now. It's got air, so I'm going to be able to air up my tires and move forward with stuff on the front end. Thank goodness. I still have the pull bar out of the car because I am still looking at, still kind of crawling around back there looking to see if there's any damages and stuff. That's going to take a little bit of time. I don't want to just graze over it super fast. I want to make sure that, you know, key spots are still in good shape. So still kind of doing that, but yeah, gonna move forward with some other stuff. So air in the tires, woo woo, awesome. Did the shakedown of the front end. You can see, like, I know you can do this stuff up in the air, but I kind of like doing it down on the ground when it's got weight on it, so I can check it a little bit, and then I'll get it jacked up and check it again with, you know, the weight off the tire. But yeah, front end sent tight, which is good. That makes me extremely happy, and I am committed now. I managed to get the switch off. Off is the easy part. Unscrewing this, which is really unscrewing the rubber portion that goes over the top there, like that. Unscrewing that out of there and getting it to come off. That's an easy part. That's the easy part. Now getting it shoved back into that hole. And holding it tight to where I can tighten it, that's the harder part, especially since it's like, okay, give you an idea. Okay, the switch is way down underneath there. Kind of show you way down there, and you can see my wires are kind of crazy right now. So I'm gonna obviously need some assistance to be able to get that switch put in, but hey, I think I'll be able to talk my brother into coming by, especially since I think he's gonna come by and do some welding for me one day this week. Not tonight, but maybe tomorrow or the next day, and help me get the chassis welded up over there, that area over there. Since we found those cracks, I have not found any more cracks looking over this chassis, so that's promising. That makes me happy. But we'll do a really good look over, you know, over winter, over the off season. So got my new switch. I make sure that I get technically the weatherproof, waterproof switches. It helps a little bit of longevity on them. I wouldn't say it's amazing, but it does help make them survive longer than the non-waterproof switches, right? So and I think if you look back at the videos before, kind of what burnt that one up is I believe it got burnt up from unfortunately from when we were welding on the chassis. I think that switch was left in the on position. Main power was off, but that switch was left on the on position. And so somehow current probably went through it and burned the switch up. But because it was like right after we welded on stuff, so that went out. So is what it is. But hey, moving forward, committed to doing the switch now, which I'm pretty happy about. I really don't like not having that switch. There was a lot of times when I'd come into the pits and I'd flick that switch to turn it off, and because out of pure habit, right? Flick the ignition switch off, kill everything. If I would have gotten into trouble, like out on the racetrack, car got stuck in gear, couldn't get it to die or anything, my first instinct would be to hit that ignition switch versus the main power switch. It's just kind of is what it is, but gonna have that back the way that it should be. Thank goodness. I in no way, shape, or form promote you racing with your safety features like that not working. So do as I say, not as I do. Yeah, you know, sometimes you do some sketchy stuff because you want to go race, and I try not to be too sketchy. That at least had a redundant system where I could at least turn the car on and off. So if both switches, there's no way I would have left the car to where I couldn't kill it, right? That would be stupid, to be honest. But other thing we're gonna do here, I found one of them shots in the doors that I had. Made my turn down for my exhaust nice and wobbly. I can hear it inside the cockpit here, and it's driving me insane. So I'm gonna go ahead and put another little tack weld on that and get that not vibrating the way that it is now, because I honestly thought something was coming apart like in the top of my valve train. And it scared me. It's that loud because it's right there. You know, it's right there next to my feet, and which is this like magnifying box of sound that goes straight up to the driver, right? So anything hits that or taps around it, you end up hearing it really well. So I got that coming, going in here pretty soon, and that getting tacked up and welded. Yeah, I'll do those things. I think I'm getting ready to call it a night right now for tonight. But I'll come back to you guys tomorrow. We'll make this all one video. I'll come back to you guys tomorrow with some more stuff, and we'll go from there. Hopefully we'll be ready to rock and roll. I still got to figure out what I'm going to do about fuel. Because I know I don't want to go buy a 55-gallon drum for one race and let that stuff sit, because it usually goes bad, or doesn't necessarily go bad, but collects a lot of water over the winter break. So yeah, and since I'm doing wiring, I don't know if any of you are interested in it, but I could always do a tutorial, I guess, on how I wire my car. That way, if any of you guys are trying to wire up your, heck, even your hobby stock or whatever, I can show you how I wire my stuff up. I use an HEI distributor, not an MSD box, but I can show you that stuff. And if you're interested in even the rev limiter, wiring up the rev limiter, let me know. I can go over that. If you guys like. I don't know if that's something you're interested in or not. If it is, I'll do it. So, all right. So, gonna call it a night for now, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow. All right, guys. It is Friday. I wanted to give you an update. I am going to the UNLV game. Go Pack! But my brother came in yesterday and welded up some cracks for me. We ended up just welding up the cracks. We didn't put any gussets in or anything like that. I think we're gonna come back and do that stuff in the winter time. Other thing, I got my switch in down there. I have not, that was late last night. That was at like, I don't know, 1 o'clock in the morning or something. I have not tested to make sure that everything was wired 100% correctly. Like, I think it is, I'm pretty sure. But like, I haven't had an opportunity to try and start the car or anything like that. I'm probably gonna do that here in a minute. Pull bar is back in place. Yep, pull bar's back in place. I think that thing's ready to go. So yeah, we're pretty close to ready to race. I had to go pick up 10 more gallons of methanol to be able to make it through the weekend. Really, I think I only needed 6, but you know, better to have a little bit extra. Saturday when I am there, you have to have 2 bags of candy for the trick or treat that's going to be on the front stretch. So I went and got my 2 bags of candy last night as well, and those are already in the truck, ready to go, so that I can pill draw. You have to have the 2 bags of candy to be able to pill draw. So did that. Got my fuel switch. Yeah, so I'm going to see if the car wants to go vroom vroom real quick. But I am headed to the game like here in, that was my, I don't know if you heard it earlier, but that was my phone going off. Yeah, telling me that I need to go. But I want to do that real quick before I take off. And then tomorrow will kind of be a mad dash scramble to get there and be 100%, you know, load up and all that jazz and then go race. So just wanted to give you guys the update. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Question, comments, concerns down below. Lumsden Motorsports Facebook page. Yeah. Let's go with that. Share with your friends. And we got some racing footage coming up. So rock on. We'll see you guys next video.